Ms. CAMPBELL-CLARK, welcome to our Mediabox platform.
Thank you.
On the occasion of the Congress 32nd plenary session, your report has just adopted in the session, which is called Forever Young, the role of youth policies and youth work at local and regional levels in supporting young people's transition to autonomy and working life,
Yes.
which is a very detailed title, but let's talk about that. But I would like to start with the aim of the report. So what would you like to say about the main objective of the report?
Well, the report is a cumulative of a number of different reports added together, because actually this is a final report about Forever Young, because it started off from the ENTER program, which was young people from disadvantaged communities and young people to their social rights, and this is a final bit getting all the different reports together. So this report actually, this recommendation actually is that young people help young people from being from the young into adulthood.
Yeah, this is important. So specifically in this report, you focus on the transition to adulthood and the main challenge in this period. So let's talk about the main challenge that they faced in this period.
Well, I think it's first off to start about employment and education, and health and housing, because if you're a young person leaving school, going on to higher education, finish higher education and go into the world of work, and you cannot get a job. And so it's the whole issue around unemployment. So this is preparing young people from that transition from school or higher education into employment or into adulthood. And so that's basically what it's actually trying to say. It's what it's trying to do, that it's not easy to move from a transition from a young person into adulthood. There is that transition of employment and training and all those aspects what affects us as adults.
And the report also focuses on the role of the local and regional authorities, because we know that we have always some national policies for youth, young people. So what would you like to say about that? How can they achieve these kind of problems, the local and regional authorities, and what can they do more for young people?
Well, I think I could use some of my examples from my own local authority. We have actually invested in young people. And what do I mean by that? We actually allocate funding into the youth budget. So we work with young people, and it could be also working with other companies as well, private sector and local authorities working together, because I don't think local authority themselves can do it by themselves. But local authority, people look towards local authority as a catalyst for that change. And that's what I would say. Local authority are the mainstream, which actually can work, are in a privileged position to work with other sectors like employees as well as other youth organizations. So that is the reason why I feel that we must ensure that we take a leading role from a local authority perspective. We must take a leading role in all of this. Otherwise, young people are going to still remain unemployed, have no aspects of getting into the world of work.
And could you please also highlight some recommendations that you also mentioned in the report to improve the capacity of young people and to create much more innovative youth policies in local and regional level?
Yeah, I think there are a lot of policies, and I think this is a guideline which helps local authority in all municipals across the 47 states. This actually helps, for example, that we as a local authority, we can actually start the role going in terms of saying to employers, we can have like traineeships, apprenticeships, all those that can actually help a young person into adulthood. So the idea of the policy is it's a guideline for local authorities to follow. I'm not saying it's totally complete, but it's a guideline for local authorities and other municipals. So it's local regional authorities start to use as a guideline to help develop their youth policies across their municipals.
Thank you for joining us, Ms. Rapporteur.